What's up? What's up? It's your boy Mean Joe Green, aka Prince of the Ghetto. Y'all coming back with another reaction. And this is the Honorable Judge Mathis. He's calling out the hoes that's in this Nolan Wells case. And I wanted to react to it and put some more, common sense in this thing. A lot of people, you know, putting racism in this, and it's not all about that. It's about justice. And we're going to get into it with an honorable judge, Judge Mathis, as he calls out all of this bullshit. So let's see what's going on with the going on.
Yeah, the friend you referring to is Warren Hudson. He did an interview where he made a comment about how Nolan, he was drinking alcohol on the boat.
Well, they all were. Who are they kidding? Who are they kidding? They all were. I bet it was, even if they had a 12-year-old on the island, he was drinking. So no, yes. So was he. So was everybody.
Facts. If everybody going on the island to enjoy themselves, hang out, especially young teenagers, well, grown teenagers, they drinking. A lot of people will be saying that's bad, but a lot of you grown people that was 18, 19, 20, when you hung out with your friends at parties, what were you doing? Drinking. So let's cut the shenanigans, cut that scratch.
So did everybody drown with bruises on the back of their neck? Did all the people drinking drown with bruises on the back of their neck? How is that relevant then? Unless he fell off, then you got dozens of witnesses seeing him fall off of a boat that is near the dock because he wasn't on another boat. He stayed behind on the island, perhaps in the dock area. So what's the relevance of him drinking?
Facts. If he stayed near the dock area and stayed behind, somebody saw him. If he was, quote unquote, what everyone's saying, drunk and drowned, why nobody saw him out of hundreds and hundreds of people? Nobody saying anything. Oh, we don't know. Come on.
He didn't get drunk and fall off in the ocean. We do know that. In someone else's boat. So that's no relevance. That's just like saying George Floyd was high. And so therefore they had a right to execute him. And so we're saying now, oh, well, Nolan had been drinking. That doesn't give you a right to execute him.
Right.
When I say execute him, I mean kill, of course.
Yeah, his friend doubled down that Nolan wanted to stay. He also said that it was common for people to leave their phones on the boat for it won't get water damage.
No, not either. No teenager in the world, they would risk the salt. What is him? Salt water if you drop it? If you drop your phone in any water, you can drop it while you're on the dock. Drop it while you're in the boat. Drop it. So you can drop it in any place in the area of salt water. And so no, everybody, all those young people, it is not common. That's a lie. It is not common, and I have no facts to verify it other than common sense. And I don't believe that a lot of those teenagers actually leave their phones somewhere unattended for hours. That's what he would be suggesting. Because if you come there, you're not coming to the island for 10 minutes. You're coming to hang and party. And you're going to put your phone somewhere? You think, I don't believe young people can go an hour without their phone.
Right. Some of you grown-ups with phones can go 30 minutes without it. I know a lot of times when I, walk off and I be like, dang, where my phone at? You going to grab that phone. You're not going to leave your phone. And then in between partying and talking, you're going to look and check your phone. What's going on? You're going to scroll for a second to see what happened. Probably check your social media, see if you got any missed calls or anything. No one's leaving their phone behind. And then on top of that, you got to look like somebody can steal your phone. Your phone is your privacy. You may have things in your phone you don't want anyone to see. And you're going to leave your phone behind? Nah, I don't believe that either. I don't leave my phone behind. Anybody I know is not going to leave their phone behind. Come on, man.
I believe teenagers can go and open out their phone without start shit shaking.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because it still don't make sense to me, because they never told Nolan mom that they had the phone. She had to use an app to find out. So
Correct. Yeah, they had it and didn't turn it in. The only way they found it, as you just said, his mother had to use an app to find the phone, as opposed to them saying, "Oh, we have Nolan's phone." And the news comes on. "Oh, Nolan is missing. Let's call his mom immediately. We don't have her number. Walk to the house. We didn't know the address." Oh, so he really wasn't your friend. Now we're getting closer to the truth. You don't even know where he lived. My son.
What? They didn't know where he lived? And that's your friend? Oh, that's another hole. Right.
We did a version of our show today, the Mathis Family Tables, a YouTube show and podcast. And one of the things we discussed is, what are real friends? What does real friendship mean? And it was in the context of the Nolan Wells case. And it was easy for me. It means trust / loyalty, and then being able to identify with you. And in many instances, that's why my family says, "Well, you don't have any friends out here in LA. I don't want no friends in LA. I can't identify with them, nor do I trust them." And in fact, if I trust you and love you, you can cross me. I'm going to put you on timeout for a minute, but I'm going to re-embrace you out of love. Now, if you did something to me to hurt me, then I'm going to go nuclear on you. But if you did something to help yourself, but not hurt me, I might give you a pass if you're a loved one. But if your objective was to hurt me, I got to hurt you 10 times over. So I say that to say, were they his real friends?
Friends, 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 friends. How many of us have them? Let's talk about it.
Should he have trusted them? Should he have been loyal to them? Should he have believed they would never do anything to harm him, that they would only look out for his best interests? Probably not. He probably didn't know him that well enough to put that type of trust and faith in them.
Right, because he really trusted him to get on the boat and, drink and have his guard down around them. Perhaps he thought they were his friends. But as we see, it's a lot of snakes in the grass out here, man. That's why we got to keep our grass cut low, because a lot of people really don't have, our best interests at heart. People be hating, all type of things I'm hearing. I'm hearing now it's behind a female. One of the guys, it was their ex female girlfriend that he began talking to. I heard that story, but a lot of jealousy can be in play into this. But the truth will prevail. The truth always comes out at the end. Believe that.
yeah, he also said that he told the United States Coast Guard and Nolan's mom that he was missing.
You call the Coast Guard, and you don't call his mother first. You call the Coast Guard. I mean, these are teenagers. This isn't like these are middle-aged people who, yes, you are a responsible enough person. Okay, I'll call the Coast Guard, and I know how they operate, and I know how to communicate with them, and I know the questions they're going to ask, and I know the answers to give. No, you are a teenager. You need an adult to handle those situations, and you need a trusted adult that you go to. You go to either your own parent, you call. You say, Mama, my man is missing. Nolan is missing. What do we do? And they say, call 911 and have you call his parents. Maybe he called them. Well, no, we have his phone. Oh, he left his phone? Yeah, he left his phone. Why did he leave his phone? That's what would have happened. Would you
Facts.
call the Coast Guard if you're a teenager and your man ends up missing? Would you call the Coast Guard first? Or would you call your parents and say, what do I do? Or call his parent and say, what do I do? You're a teenager. You're calling somebody close and informed. Somebody close that you can trust and is informed and that's close to him as well. And they didn't do that. Instead, as you say, they called the Coast Guard and told them what? How did they know? How long was he missing? Had they found the body? What'd you call the Coast Guard for?
It's completely suspicious, man. It's mysterious and suspicious of the actions that they took behind this. And, man,
What'd you call the Coast Guard for? He told you he was going to be left behind. Did he have a curfew? Did he tell you he was going to be at this amount of time? Why is it that you felt the need to call the Coast Guard at any point before he had been found drowned? There was no.
whoa. That's a big point Judge Mathis have on that one. The reason why I think, my opinion, because they already knew something was wrong. And they know what really happened.
No need. My man partied. Oh, he must have spent the night with her. Oh, man, Nolan getting it in. Shit, we might not see Nolan for a couple of days. Such and such and such and such. Nah, that's how you feel. If you trusted everything is all right with your man, it's only if you think something is wrong that you determine you need to call the authorities.
Yes.
Late what? Late what? Late from what? They don't know when he's coming back. He didn't tell them I'm going to be back at such and such time. He said, I'm staying. They claim that he said, I'm staying back with this woman. If you stand back with a woman, come on now, a teenager, you ain't giving your boys when you're going to get back. You're going to say, I'll see you when I see you. Hopefully it's tomorrow afternoon. After we do what we do.
Right. When we know as guys, when our partners say they finna go kick it with a female, we gonna be like, oh yeah, we ain't gonna see him in a minute because he trying to get it in. That's if he getting it in, you know what I'm saying? But in this case, it's like they knew where his whereabouts were. I mean, do they know that he wasn't with a female? I mean, it's just suspicious, man. And it don't take a rocket scientist to see, using common sense, what could have happened. A lot of people saying that, they innocent. And that's true, they're innocent until proven guilty. But come on, man. A lot of people can see clearly, professionals can see, they're suspicious. And it's pointing at that way that it's foul play.
That's the mindset of a teenager staying behind and his boys going forward, knowing that their boy has been staying behind with his woman. But once again, the woman they claim he stayed with, her sister or best friend, said they only saw Nolan in passing on the island, not stayed with him.
the feeling that we're getting from this, it ain't right. I'm telling you, this mysterious, the autopsy, the judges, the people that have their hands in this, that Mr. Tatum guy, all of this, it don't feel right. It's not right, man. That's the feeling I get from this. It's just, it ain't right.